Hello students. So today we will study the next topic of chapter 5 standard 9. The chapter name is Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. So we have started with the basic terminology. Then first thing that we have studied is the definitions that is given by the Euclids. So now after giving the definitions of some terms, Euclid's assume some certain properties, right? Euclid's assume certain properties. So that assumptions of the properties cannot be proved. Because why they cannot be proved? Because they are the obvious universal truth. Now what we can say as an obvious universal truth? One of the example is that is like that sun is rise from the east direction, and that is obvious truth. There is no need to prove that statement. So in the same way, the certain properties that Euclid assumes, they are also obvious universal truth, and that is why that statements, that properties have no proof, that we have to accept, right? On the base of that assumption, then we can prove the other statements. Okay, so that obvious universal truth or certain properties that Euclid assumes is divided into two parts. One is called as axioms and second is called as a postulate. So what is the difference between axioms and postulates? See, axioms are that properties which used in throughout mathematics, which is useful to throughout mathematics, while the postulates are the statement or the properties which are specific to geometry only, right? Axioms are useful throughout the mathematics, postulates are specific to geometry. Let us take an example. Said there is a properties uh, we want to some property is related to the drawing, right? Like a line segment, right? So if we want to draw a line segment, then we will get some property we will see in the axioms. Then the property which is related to the length, because line has some length, so that property is only specific to geometry. We cannot take that property which is related to the line segment useful to the axioms, right? So axioms are that statement which are used throughout the mathematics. So let us study the axioms in today's class. Okay, so some of the axioms, actually Euclids have given more axioms, but some of the axioms that we have to study in this class, and also that axioms are not in the order, right? Okay, so you do not have to remember like that the first axiom is this, second one is this. It is not compulsory. Okay, so the first axiom is this: things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. See, things which are equal to the same things. We can see that, let's take an example that the line segment AB, the length of the line segment AB is equals to 5. And another line segment BC is also equal to 5. So the line segment AB and BC, things which are equal to the same things. That means AB and BC both are equal to the 5. So we can say that the AB and BC both are equal. Understand? Things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. Okay. So this thing we can apply both to the geometry and to the arithmetic also. Like we can say that the weight of one person is 50 kg and weight of the another person is also 50 kg. So we can say that the weight of both the persons are also equal. So in this way we can apply the axioms to both the arithmetic and to geometry. Okay. Second axiom is, if equals are added to equals, the whole are equal. Equals are added to equals. That means suppose we have two equal things. Let's take two digit. One is 20, second one is 10, 20. So if we add 5 to both the side, then what will happen? Here we will get 20 plus 5. Here also we will get 20 plus 5. 20 plus 5. So total here we get is 25, and here also we get the 25. That means both the side of equation we can say that is equal. This thing we are used in standard 8 while we are solving the linear pair in one variable. Then what we will use to do when we have to solve the linear equation? Both the side we are adding the same thing or subtracting the same thing. By doing this, one thing we notice that the equality remains same, right? So this thing is said here in the second axiom, that if equals are added to the equals, the whole are equal. Okay. The third one is the whole is greater than the part. Whole means the total area or the total thing, or we can say that the 100% of anything is greater than the part. Part means the portion of the whole. Like we can say that 20% is a part of 100, right? So in another way we can say that this is a whole board. Then we can say that this pipe is a part of this whole board. Also this upper pipe is a part of this whole board. Okay, so this is the third postulate, the third axiom, that the whole is greater than the part. Understand? Okay. Okay, so now the fourth axiom is if equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equal. Right? This is also the same thing that we have used while solving the linear equation in one variable. Whenever we want to subtract something from the left hand side, we must have to subtract that value from the right hand side only. That means we have to subtract equal values from the both the side. That is why the equality remains as it is. Okay, so this is given by this statement. Okay, now what is the fifth one? Fifth one is things which are double of the same things are equal to one another. Things which are double of the same things. We have to take the same things. Let's take as an example of 5 kg of sugar that we have taken as a two equal things. Now what will happen if we double both the this side, we will get the 10 kg. If we double this side also, if we double, then it will become the 10 kg. So both 10 kg and 10 kg will also be equal. So things which are double of the same things are equal to one another. Okay. Okay. Now sixth one is things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Now see, what is the meaning of this coincide? Coincide means to cover the whole thing. Like if we have a coin of 1 rupees, then if we put 1 rupees coin on that first coin, then the first coin will totally covered by the second coin. So if it will happen, then we can say that both the coins are equal. So things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Like our hand. If I cover this hand with this hand, you can see that nothing we can see for this hand. If I cover this hand with this hand, you cannot see this hand. So both are coincide with each other. So we can say that both the hands are equal. So the same thing is given here as a sixth axiom. Now the last seventh one is things which are halves of the same things are equal to one another. Now the meaning of halves means to divide by 2. Let's suppose we have a 6 liter of water first side and second side also the 6 liter of water. That means things which are half of the same things. We have to take same things. 6 liter, 6 liter. Now what will happen if we divide it by 2? If we take the half water from it, this side also remain the 3 liter. This side also remain the 3 liter of water. Then what will happen? Both are 3 liters and both are again equals. So things which are halves of the same things are equal to one another. Okay, so these are the 7 axioms that is given in our textbook. There are also many axioms, but still currently we have to study these 7 axioms. Again, these axioms are not in the order, so you have never asked that to write down the 6th axiom or 7th axiom. Yes, you have asked that to write down any 2 axiom of the given axioms. So you can write down any of the 2 axiom out of 7. Okay, understand all the axioms? Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Thank you.